It's time for the NFC Championship, and the road to a Super Bowl goes through Detroit. It's the
A date on Super Bowl Sunday awaits one of these teams as we begin the NFC Championship game. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. So here come the Eagles for their opening drive. They're led out by an incredible score through the air and on the ground. He was picked 53rd back in 2020. It's Jalen Hurts.
Kate, it's not often that we talk about quarterbacks having a nose for the end zone in football. It's usually reserved for the running backs. But Jalen Hurts has changed that conversation. He has so much power, so much strength. You get him into the short yardage situations or around the goal line, he finds a way to get in. But it's not just there. He's got a deep ball that's the envy of many. He's elevated his teammates around him. And he's got a skill set that I know a lot of quarterbacks would sure love to have.
On third down, it's Hurts. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Now on fourth down, on comes Braden Mann to boot this away for the Birds. Calls for the fair catch, and he's got it at the 34-yard line. So now it's the Lions' turn to head out for the first time on offense. And leading them out is one of the league's longest tenured quarterbacks.
And he doesn't have the advantage he usually does coming off a bye week. Both these teams came in here well-rested after a Sunday away. Of course, that means an extra week of prep work for this defense, too. So he's got his work cut out for him to find ways to attack them today.
First game on the ground to Jahmyr Gibbs. And he'll get it up to the 44. Up to the line, and they're set. First and 10. Again, it's Gibbs. And he gets up for a gain of about 4. Second and 6 coming up here. Another one for Gibbs. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here. Looking for a throw here. He sends this one to the end zone. And the catch is made. Touchdown, Detroit. The Lions get a perfect start. They've gone up 6-0. Bates tacks on the extra point. And the Lions will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. His return starts at the 5. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. The Eagles about set to get going for their second drive. They didn't start the game off like they wanted, Brock. Still searching for that opening first down as they take the field a second time. First and 10. Here's Hurts. This one finds Goddard. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Second and 6 coming up here. They run it with Saquon Barkley. And that hit stops him in his tracks. Looks like no gain on second down, and that leads us to 3rd and 6. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. And there's a man there, it's intercepted! Brian Branch has it!
One of the beauties of the game of football is it never sits still. It's constantly adapting. And that nickel defense right there, critical in taking the ball away. And when you think about nickel defense, you think about Rondé Barber. Won the Hall of Fame in the summer of 2023, really revolutionizing the position of the nickelback. That nickel defender and that nickel defense, critical in that takeaway we just saw.
So the Lions headed out for their second drive of the game. And the turnover puts them right back out there. Just a few plays since they scored that touchdown.
Well, they didn't get much time to rest, but guess what, Kate? That defense didn't get much time to rest either. Now you can go in attack mode while they're still shaking off that last touchdown.
Taking a big shot for the end zone. That's much too high and out of the end zone. Incomplete. Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. Dropping back to throw. Doesn't make the connection. Well, no look on his first look of the game. So they're left facing third and long.
Brings up a third down and 10 yards to go.
Back to throw. Complete beyond the marker. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. 16 yards on the play. And that gives the Lions the first. It is Cup, left side. That's a pickup of 17 yards, partner, and it makes it first and goal.
If they get a handful of these types of plays per game, pass game coordinator is going to be one happy camper.
This offense in position now. It's first and goal. Gibbs now from the gun. And he'll knife his way through for a pickup of 4.
Hey, I get it on first and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
Gibbs. And he's in for the touchdown. The Lions parlay the interception into points. It's a Jahmyr Gibbs touchdown. So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the first half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
Point after up and good from Bates. And the Lions drive out to an early 14-0 lead. Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. Finds some space. He's past the 30. Coverage team tracks him down as the return reaches. Eagles in a good spot here as they come up to the line. First and 10. Starting on the ground here with Barkley. And he's brought down for a loss. Offense to the line for second down. Shotgun snap for Hurts. That's caught by A.J. Brown. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Barkley on the shotgun handoff. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. Braden Mann out once more for another punt. First punt win 45 yards. This looks considerably further. And the fair catch secure here at the 16. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Now the Lions offense gets ready to return to the field. And while one sideline has 0 points, this offense, well, they have had 0 issues so far getting into that end zone.
They are rolling right now, Kate, and unless there's a speed bump on the immediate horizon, things are at risk of getting out of hand.
And he's tackled with the first down yardage. They'll go right side with Gibbs. And he'll have a small 4-yard chunk there. Brought down on the effort by Quinyon Mitchell. 2nd and 6 coming up here. They're going play action. Connects on one to Jameson Williams. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. 1st and 10. Ball set up at the 48. They go play action here. Finds him on the crossing route. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. Working inside the red zone. Laporta with the grab. And he's brought down after a short gain. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Throwing it again here. And the catch is made. Touchdown, Detroit. The Lions take a 20-zip lead. It's plays like this that make him so well regarded across this league, Brock.
Yeah, such just a difference-making receiver, Kate.
Yep.
You expect him to be the target down here. You did, I did, the defenders did. What makes him a star is even when people know his number's being called, he still finds a way to deliver.
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Starting from the 5. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Philadelphia's offense back out for another drive. And it's far from the first time we're seeing this unit head out, Brock. But what we haven't seen so far in this opening half, well, we haven't seen much in terms of yardage.
No, it's like they've written a few lyrics, but nowhere close to a song yet.
First down throwing for Hurts. Escapes the pocket. Now here he goes. And a solid gain there. Gets him across the 45 before he goes out. Ready now for our second quarter. The Eagles have the football. They're looking at second and pretty short. From the 43. Has him on the quick hitter. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs. Sending a receiver left. First down, a run with Barkley. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. From the pistol, Hurts. Able to get it to Barkley. And defenders are there to get him at the line. Alex Anzalone there on the stop. A 5th defensive back into the game for the Lions. 3rd down coming. Hurts now from the gun. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. Great man on the punt. And he's going to try to give his defense a long field to defend. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. This one carries out of bounds. Not the greatest field position awaiting them. It's spotted at the 11. A start on the ground with Gibbs. And he works his way for a gain of 4. 2nd and 6 coming up here.
4 yards on the pickup.
Up the gut they go with Gibbs. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. Off the play fake, he'll throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. On comes Jack Fox to handle the 4th down punt for the Lions. And he drives it towards the other end of the field. That's played at the 43. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. Eagles in a good spot here as they come up to the line. 1st and 10. Hurts to throw. That pass complete to Goddard. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. He'll take the option to the right on 2nd down. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39. They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. Hurts looking to throw. He's got Brown on the slant. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. From the 32. He's on the move. Breaks through, and he might break away. 5 yards on that play, and enough for a new set of downs. He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. They'll motion him out of the backfield left. On 1st down, Hurts. Got a man, Uzomah has it. And he's going to go out of bounds just short of that red zone.
It's a game of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Running back sent in motion. Here's 2nd and 5. Has a man. It's Brown. And he's got it inside the 15 before going out.
8-yard pickup. First down, Philadelphia.
They'll go from the gun with Barkley. And they're all over him again. He's dropped at the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here.
No gain. Brings up 2nd and 10. At the 13-yard line.
Throwing here hurts. This ball's caught by Uzomah. And he gets in. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles fighting back and shaving 6 off that lead. It seems like a lot of the time, Brock, even if the results aren't quite as flashy every rep, tight ends are even more reliable scorers than a lot of receivers are when it comes to the passing game.
Yeah, I would agree with that, but there's also a lot more real estate for them to work with, right? Think of the receivers. They got to deal with the sidelines, that 12th defender. Many of these tight ends, they've got a ton of field to work with, and when they prove to the quarterback they could be a difference maker, he'll look for them.
And look at this return. Tackle made as the return gets it out to the 32. This offense sent it back to the field, led by their receiver. They didn't add to their lead last time out. They punted it away, but still ahead and able to add to it here. Here's a counter give to Gibbs. And it's going to be about a 3-yard pickup in the end. James Bradbury up from the secondary for that tackle.
He was brought down by James Bradbury. A 3-yard pickup.
This is Gibbs on 2nd down. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. So now here's 3rd and 5.
37-yard line. It's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 5.
And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Straight ahead with Gibbs. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. A new set of downs awaits him. Here's 1st and 10. In off to Gibbs from the gun. And he's tackled with markers down. This one should be on the defense.
Offside. Defense.
Easy call for the officials there. He was offsides at the snap, and that's going to cost him. Running it after the penalty. Runs into traffic and hits a wall. No gain. Zach Vaughn with the tackle. Nothing for him on that play as we've hit the 2-minute warning.
Brings up 2nd down.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. From the 39. Bails out of the pocket quick. He takes it himself. That play good for 17 and a 1st down. Throwing from the gun here. Looking for a target. And through the back of the end zone and out of bounds. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Now looking to throw. That's caught. Here comes Jahmyr Gibbs. And this almost ended worse, but he gets a yard out of it. Brought down on the effort by Quinyon Mitchell. That's caught for the 1st. And this is down all the way to the 3. Now the Lions calling a timeout. They're 1st. They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. From the red zone now. And look at the footwork there. Touchdown. The Lions boat racing them to the halftime locker room. Bates tacks on the extra point. And the Lions stretch their lead to 21. Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Returning it from the 4. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Well, we've already seen some nice plays here, and we're going to see plenty more before this game ends. But you might be thinking, with plays like that, my guys' ratings should be better. Well, you're not alone. You got a chance to let the Madden Ratings Hotline know just what you're thinking. Give them a call, 1-844-MADDEN-1, and make your case for who should get a boost. Slot man in motion left. From the 36. Completed to his running back. And he's out of bounds just past, looks like, the 40-yard line. First and 10 from the 41. Shotgun snap for Hurts. Barkley's got it. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. Philadelphia going to spend its second timeout. Hurts throwing again. Completed over the middle. And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line. The Eagles decide to spend their third and final timeout. First and 10. Here's Hurts. And this won't be caught. Clock is going to stop. We've got 14 seconds to go. So they opt for the shorter pass later in the progression on that play, Brock. But, man, the defense took that away, too.
Well, what they tell us yesterday in those production meetings, nothing comes easy. No easy completions from shots down the field to those checkdowns to the running back. Wanted to make this offense earn everything. They just did.
So here comes the kick team for what will be a very long attempt. This from the right hash and a considerable distance. Online, but not enough juice. It's no good short. And they continue to trail by 21.
Hey, listen, I know kickers are arguably better today than they've ever been in the history of football. But anything from 60-plus is still awfully ambitious. And that time, it didn't pan out. Looked like the snap was good. No issues with the hold. Sometimes that plant foot just slides on you a little. And these kickers, man, they are so finicky. One little breakdown in mechanics, and the kick winds up off target.
He goes right corner pocket there, but does get it to go through from... Gonna have to make those halftime adjustments on the fly. We're skipping right through to the starts of the third quarter. The Hallis Trophy awaits one of these teams, partner. Just a half to go as we're off in the third quarter. And this will give them decent field position. The return gets out to the 30. First and 10 now from the 30. A give to Gibbs. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Second and 3 now. From the 37. Flushed out of the pocket. And they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. Throwing now from the gun. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your third downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
On first down, it's Gibbs. And they're going to get him down just shy of midfield. Still a nice gain, though, up to the 49. After a good pickup, they're set up with second and short. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line.
That's good. For the Lions, let's go.
Trying to throw here out of the gun. He finds Laporta. And they make the stop. We're going to say it about the 37-yard line. Here's a give to Gibbs. He swarms in the middle. This gets maybe a yard. Milton Williams making the stop. Third down, 1 yard to go. Back to throw. Laporta with the grab. And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it. All set up now for 1st and 10.
That's another Detroit
They're going play action. Finds a seam down the middle. And they have this well into the red zone now at the 15. To the line we go. They're set, 1st and 10. On the ground, it's a give to Gibbs. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line. Options are open here. It's 2nd and inches. Off the play fake, he's going to throw. And they will score. Touchdown, Detroit! The Lions grow the lead coming out of halftime. David Montgomery with the touchdown. Point after up and good for Bates. And the Lions grow their lead yet again. Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Here's a return from the 7. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Eagles ready to set up shop on offense. And they'll have a little momentum as they take the field here after their kicker drilled a deep one to end their last drive with points. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Here's another carry for Barkley. And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29. It's a 4-yard pickup, and they need the same now here on 3rd down. Hurts now from the gun. Escapes the pocket. He's running for it. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs. And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. From the pistol, Hurts. And he must have overlooked the linebacker there because he was right in the way to swat it away and bring out the incompletion. Hurts trying again on 2nd down. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Amik Robertson takes it away. Good field position for the Lions here as they head up to the line. 1st and 10. They'll throw to begin this drive. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Now Gibbs. And he's brought down for a loss. Eagles with an extra man in the secondary for this 3rd down. He's dropping back to throw. Forced out to his right. Oh, he's going to run for it. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play. They have themselves another 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Throwing now off play action. St. Brown there to bring it in. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They give to Gibbs on the option. And he scampers ahead and gets 2 on the carry. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the Eagles' 16-yard line.
Another one for Gibbs. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11.
It's 3rd and 11.
Pass play coming here. He's on the move. Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. Jake Bates out for the Lions field goal try. This from 40 on the right hash. Bates' kick is up and good. And that gives them a 28-point advantage.
Here in the 3rd quarter, he gets a chance to make up for the miss on his 1st attempt of the game. This time, well, he is totally dialed in, and he gets this one to count.
This return makes it up to the 25. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Now the Eagle offense headed back out to the field. And this has become must-score territory now every time out as they trail by a full 4 possessions in this 2nd half. He can run it. It's on the turf. The ball's out. He lost it. And Rice is going to stay with the offense as he makes the recovery. A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. Bails out of the pocket, trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop it. Let's see what they dial up on a 2nd and very long. Another try following the sack. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! And no turnover, it's going to stay with the offense. Just a quarter left before one. So near disaster a moment ago, but the drive's still in trouble if they can't convert on 3rd. Shotgun snap, they're gonna throw. Oh no, they get him yet again! Ifeatu Melifonwu with the INT. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Airing it out to start this drive. Finds Laporta. And he'll go down. Looks like they're marking him at the 11. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Throwing with a blitz on the way. The throw is caught. And he has it down to the 8-yard line on the play. 4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal.
Complete to Amon-Ra St. Brown.
Goal to go, they're passing. Escapes the pocket, and they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. Driven backward to the 11 as they line up for 2nd and goal.
At the Eagles' 11-yard line.
Gibbs now from the gun. And he drives this forward to the 6. They've held him out twice. Here we go, 3rd and goal.
A gain of 5 yards brings up 3rd and goal.
They'll run, it's Gibbs. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
They say about great outfielders in baseball, there's just something to them. They've got a knack, a feel, and instinct to take the right line, the right angle. For safeties, to create tackles for loss in the run game, it's the exact same attribute and skill set. Got to take that right angle and then go finish that runner. Get another shot across the bow of a ship that's already sinking here, Kate. He could have made that field goal. Heck, he could have turned around and kicked it directly at his coach because it feels like they've got this one in hand.
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. This one's fielded at the 40-yard line. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. The Eagles and quarterback Jalen Hurts ready to go once more on offense. And I don't think we can really call these highlights, partner. Shall we just call them replays as we re-examine his performance so far in this one? 3 interceptions mixed in among his work. It's really limited a lot of what he's been able to do out there. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. Shotgun snap for Hurts. Buys time, rolling. Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. All right, here we go, 2nd down. Trying again, following the sack. And he brings it in, but got too close to the sideline there. They're ruling him out of bounds. We've got 3rd down. Now Hurts. Short pass brought in. And they make the tackle at the 38. Offense going for it here. 4th and 5. On 4th down, Hurts. He finds him beyond the marker. And they take him down right along the 30. Hurts throwing again. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. Second down coming up. They are throwing it again. Completed here to Uzomah. And he takes this one nearly to the red zone before going out. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Here's Hurts. Complete beyond the marker. And he gets this forward to the 19. It's a 4-yard gain, and that's going to get him across the marker and earn the first. Working inside the red zone. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll go down. Looks like they're marking him at the 11. 2nd and 3 now. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Able to get it to Barkley. And he's brought down for a loss. So now here's 3rd and 5. They're running the option, short side. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. Desperation time here on 4th. Smith pulls this one in along the sideline. That's a gain of 10, and staring at a turnover on downs, Brock, they pick up the first instead. Hurts now from the gun. Looking end zone, but touchdown denied. Knocked away, incomplete. Took his shot at 6 that time. It's 2nd and goal. Throwing here, Hurts. On the move, headed right. And the ground game works for the touchdown. The Eagles making the scoreboard look a touch better. Jalen Hurts with the touchdown. Extra point up and good by Elliott. And the Eagles get it back to a full 3 possessions now, 24 points. Not really much of an avenue left for a comeback in this one, but they still have to try the onside kick here. And no luck, the Lions there to recover. Well, I guess they kind of had to do it here, Brock.
Yeah, it's called a have to. Yeah, kind of have to at this point of the game, huh?
Okay, but like most things in this game, it did not work out for them.
Yeah, let's face it, even if they do recover that, probably not going to find a way to win. But this is a time where you work on things, where you do build to the following week. Got to find a way to flush this because it's just not been their kind of game.
Now a pitch to Gibbs. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss. Off the play fake, he'll throw. Catch is made down the right sideline. They get 22 on that one. And that'll be first down, Detroit. They'll toss it to Gibbs. And as they bring him down, let's check the penalty flag.
Holding offense.
Well, partner, they say there's holding on every play. You just got to look for it, right? That time, though, we did not have to look too hard. They'll run here following the penalty. And they take him down, but he's able to get this inside the red zone. Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd down.
And he gets very good yardage there. That's down inside the 10. A 9-yard rip on the ground there, and we've reached the 2-minute warning. We've reached the 2-minute warning in Detroit. Lions about set to celebrate this win. Third down run by Gibbs. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. Jake Bates out for the Lions field goal try. High percentage look for him here from the left hash. Bates' kick is up and good. And that grows the lead to 27.
In that close, in the red zone, you know they're upset. They couldn't finish the drive with the touchdown. It's only half the points, but at least there's something to show for the possession.
Fielded at the 7. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Eagles about set to go on offense. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. From the pistol, Hurts. That's into the hands of Barkley. And this one doesn't go far. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. That pass complete to Goddard. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
It's a gain of 10. First down, Philadelphia.
One final shot here. This time they're going to get there, and they drop it. So it's one for the win column for the Lions. And at long last, a moment that's eluded this franchise for far too long. They can call themselves conference champions. And that's only the beginning, of course, Brock, as fans can now begin booking tickets for 2 weeks from now, when these guys play in the first Super Bowl in team history. So for Brock Huard and all of our crew, I'm Kate Scott, wrapping up another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Lions, as we'll see you next time from Detroit.